So I just attended a church service where the pastor called the children forward for a children's story. Now, this is not the church that I attended, nor is it the pastor. This is not the actual situation. I'm only filming this so I have something visual in front of you while I talk. And the pastor was trying to illustrate about worship, that we can worship God anywhere. Ultimately, his text was in John chapter 4, where Jesus confronts the whole concept of worship with the Samaritan woman, and where Jesus ultimately says, we worship God in spirit and in truth. And ultimately, the pastor wanted everybody to realize that God can be worshiped anywhere. So he was saying, can we worship God outside on the front lawn? Yes. Can we worship God in the church? Yes. I worship God when I drive my car. Yes. Can you worship God when you're at home on the couch? Yes. And one little boy raised his hand and said, can we worship God when we're in the bathroom? Now that embarrassed the pastor, and yet it made for a humorous situation in the midst of the worship service. But it reminded me of the one joke that I told in my 42 years that I thought maybe I should never have told the joke from the pulpit. And the joke goes like this. The Sunday school teacher was telling the children that nobody knows where God lives. Nobody. And a little boy raised his hand and said, I know where God lives. And of course the Sunday school teacher was very puzzled and said, how can you know where God lives? And the little boy said, well, that's easy. Oftentimes my father goes to the bathroom door, and when it's shut and locked, he pounds on it and he yells and screams, my God, are you still in there? Anyhow, it's the one joke that I thought maybe I should not have told from the pulpit. Otherwise, all the jokes that I told were very clean and had no hesitation in telling them. I'm only retelling it because of the service I attended where the pastor was in a similar situation, and I almost wanted to raise my hand and say, the little boy's question is pretty good because of the story I just told of the father who pounded on the bathroom door and yells and screams, my God, are you still in there? Thank you for watching. End of the joke.